Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm going to record the follow-up to my first Q&A. In my first Q&A, I mentioned that you can ask me questions for my second in the comment section. Most of the questions that I'm going to be answering here in this one, I pulled from that video. Some of them I got from like inbox, so like on my social media, some of you messaged me questions and I like them, so I just added them. But most of them are from that last video. So welcome to my second Q&A. Let's get the questions rolling. First question is, do you often receive negative comments in your videos or professional life? And if so, do they affect you? The answer is yes. I do from time to time receive negative comments in my YouTube videos. Very rarely in professional life, but for sure in my YouTube videos. I feel like I am trying very hard to create a community that is all-inclusive, that is very welcoming, and that is safe for people to come in and ask questions and learn things about the drums. And I feel like we've done a good job at cultivating that sort of environment. All of that being said, yeah, I mean, from time to time I get them, and in the beginning I was affected by them. I make a point of trying to reply to every comment that I get, so when I'm scrolling through your comments and reading them, yeah, sometimes I come across a negative one and it affected me. It used to a lot more. I've seen a few at this point, so I just kind of brush it off and keep going. Next question is, where do you live? At the moment, I currently live in a suburb just outside of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. What are your thoughts on drum plugins such as Superior Drummer and Get Good Drums? Superior Drummer I've never used, I don't know. Get Good Drums I've never used either, but I have sat in on several studio sessions where I've seen Get Good's interface and watched producers sort of write drums in MIDI using Get Good, and Get Good has impressed the hell out of me. So if you're thinking about grabbing that plugin, I would definitely recommend it. If you're somebody who doesn't play drums, you're a guitarist or producer, and you want to work exclusively in MIDI on a track or a project or whatever it is, Get Good Drums, definitely the way to go. Next question is, how long have you had long hair? I grew out my hair so long ago, my whole life. I don't know, I was really young. It was like really young, grade 2, grade 3. I asked my parents, hey, can I grow out my hair? They were like, sure, whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's been a really long time. I've almost always had long hair. The next question is, on average, how long does it take you to learn a song? I did sort of cover that in the How I Make My Drum Covers video. However, I will definitely answer that question again here. I practice every day. So I practice 5 days a week on the songs that I get ready to film for the weekend. I film on Sundays. I start a new song every Monday, and I practice Monday through Friday. I get about 2 to 3 hours a day at my set, at my electric set. So to answer the question, to sum it up, it takes me 5 days to learn each song that I do, and it's about 2 to 3 hours per day. So the next question is, are you currently in a band or working on your own material? I am not currently playing for a band, and I am not currently writing my own material. I am working on an album for a band, and I'm also just recently got involved with a different band, which I will be doing the drums for their debut EP. So I've got that in the works outside of YouTube. However, at the moment, YouTube is kind of my focus till I find a band that I can join and sort of vibe with and get out on the road again with. Next question is, YouTube your main source of income? No, YouTube is not. I work, on top of doing the covers, I work 40 hours a week. So I work a full-time job Monday to Friday. I have the weekends off. That's part of the reason why I film these covers on Sundays. I usually will, obviously I'll learn the song throughout the week, and then by the time Saturday comes, Saturday I'm exhausted. I'll take that as a rest day. I'll film the cover Sunday. I'll edit the cover in the morning before my practice sessions, and then that'll take me, like, maybe I'll do 2 to 3 hours editing per day until Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'll edit and then drop it on Wednesday. But no, I do work outside of YouTube. Hopefully it will be my primary source of income in the future. As we grow the channel, I would like to take this on full time, and when I get to that point, I'm going to up the amount of content that's coming out. So I'm going to keep pushing towards that in the coming weeks and months. So the next question is, did you spend all your money on drums, now you can't afford shoes? I assume that is referring to the fact that I don't wear shoes in any of my videos. I just started learning drums with bare feet, and I've always just played barefoot, excuse me. I have a road case that all my drums fit into, and one of the sort of designated slots in that road case is for my flip-flops. So when I go out on the road, I'll hang out at the venue, do the loading kind of thing, and then before going on stage, I will pull off my shoes and put on my flip-flops so that I can walk on stage with my flip-flops, and then I take my flip-flops off to play, so I'll play bare feet, then I put the flops back on, walk off stage, and then change back into shoes once I start tear down. So yeah, I don't know, it's just my thing. I've always had to be bare feet. So the next question is, for up-and-coming drummers, what would be some good advice for drum set and techniques? My advice I can give to you is watch all of my lesson videos. No, I'm kidding. The biggest piece of advice that sort of most affected me and helped me, this is the most simple way I can put it too. Never sit down at the kit without a click. So always have your metronome nearby. Don't sit down and just sort of practice practice and fool around. If you're gonna fool around and sort of just jam, then jam inside of a tempo. Get really, really familiar with a click track. If you get serious about this and you start going out on the road with bands, you're going to find that as you get more and more professional, everybody plays with backtracks. Just about everybody. It's 2018, everybody's got a backtrack. That means you're gonna have to play to a click. If you're gonna go into the studio, you're gonna have to play to a click. There's just no way of avoiding being in time as a drummer. It should be your whole existence. Sleep to a click, practice to a click, live to a click, whatever you have to do, get good at playing to a metronome. That's the biggest piece of advice. As far as techniques and drum sets, that all can come later. Most important thing is develop that sense of time. Next question is, what's your favorite movie? I would have to say I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. I like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, the first three, and then I'm a big fan of the Hobbit ones as well. And then I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, the prequels and the original trilogy. I didn't really get into the new Disney ones. So that's definitely more than one movie, but yeah. So next question is, if you're forced to play a different genre, no metal, no rock, what would it be? My answer would be Latin music. I have an unbelievable amount of respect for Latin drummers because of their limb independence. It blows my mind, and I would love to sort of dive into that genre if I wasn't doing metal. So next question is, how old am I? I am 23 years old. Next question is, do you listen to old school metal? No, I don't really listen to old school metal. I've gone through phases for sure, like month-long sort of things where I'll pull out some older tracks like Iron Maiden and stuff like that. But overall, not really. The oldest type of metal I guess I listen to is like older Slipknot, maybe older Lamb of God, System of a Down. So like late 90s, early 2000s, that's kind of like the oldest I'll go in what I'm regularly listening to. So next question is, what kick pedal are you currently playing with? It's funny you asked that. I'm filming this video on a Sunday, so I just got done, before jumping into this Q&A, I just got done filming this week's cover. This week's cover will not have a lesson video because while I was filming the lesson video, I broke my kick pedal. So the slave arm, the bracket that attaches the slave pedal to the main pedal, snapped, and that was on my Tama Speed Cobras. So those longboard pedals broke, which means unfortunately there will not be that lesson video, and then on top of that I'm going to have to look around as to what pedal I play next. But up until today I was playing Tama Speed Cobras. So the next question is, are you going to be doing any Slipknot covers? Yeah, I probably will be. If you want to see a Slipknot cover, make sure to like this video and drop in the comments what song you would like me to cover. I probably will be doing a cover of All Out Life, their newest song that just dropped a couple weeks ago, so you can look out for that. But if you want to see a different song other than that one, make sure to recommend it, and I'll do my best to get that up as well. Next question is, what are your go-to warm-ups? I don't want to get too into this in this video. I'm sorry, I apologize. I will be doing a video in the future where I break down my warm-ups. I did in the stick trick video touch on some of my stick trick warm-ups, but I didn't really talk about like rudiment warm-ups and like sort of exercises. So I will be doing a warm-up video where I break down my favorite 3 or 4 warm-ups in the future and putting them into a format in which you can play along to and hopefully use the video as a warm-up going forward for yourself if you find that it helps. So next question is, do you work with anyone on your YouTube videos? No, I do not. I do everything myself. I do all the filming, I do all the audio, I do all the editing. The only, I guess, help that I get is currently with this video, I have my girlfriend Lindsay. She is she's running the second camera, but outside of that, no, I will edit this video when time comes and all that stuff. So yeah, I pretty much do everything. I am looking though, I'm talking to some potential studios. One of them I'm pretty serious about working with in the future, so it's a possibility that I'll be moving my kit into a studio and doing more of a professional style video for some of my future covers. I don't know when that's going to happen. There's a lot of logistics I have to figure out regarding that, and if whether or not it's sort of sustainable going forward, and who's going to be able to do the video going forward too, because we have the sound covered with the studio that I'm talking with, but we need someone to take up video. So, but at the moment, to sum that up, yes, it's just me. So the next question is, do you do metal vocals or just drums? Put it real simple, no, I'm not a vocalist. I'm just a drummer. I can't scream or anything like that. I mean, yeah, in the car I'll yell along to some music, but I'm nothing that can go on stage, nothing that can be recorded. So the next question is, can we expect a Disturbed cover anytime soon? I guess this question is coming up because I mentioned in the last video that Disturbed is one of my 3 favorite bands. I am more than down to do a Disturbed cover. If you want to see a Disturbed cover, make sure to like this video and then drop what song you want me to cover by Disturbed in the comments below, and I'll see if I can make that happen. Next question is, if you could play in any band, what band would I choose? I would have to choose one of those 3 favorites that I mentioned in the last video. So probably probably either Architects or Ask Alexandria. I think I'd have to say Architects. I'd want to be the drummer for Architects. But Dan is the man, so I don't want to step on any toes. Okay, cool. So thank you so much for checking out my second Q&A. I'm going to do a third Q&A. In fact, I'll probably do a fourth after that as well. So in the comment section of this one, just as you did with the last one, drop some more questions. This next Q&A though, I will warn you, my third one, it will be sort of spaced out. I'm going to wait a while before doing that guy. I did this one and the last one kind of back to back over the course of the last like month or so. It's going to be a couple months before I get the next one up. However, feel free to drop those questions for the next one and I will include all of the questions from the comment section on this video in that next guy. So again, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you want to connect with me further, you can do so at any of my social media pages. The links to those are all on the screen right now, and you can find them in the description below. Thanks again, and I will see you guys Wednesday with a brand new drum cover.